up early, caffeine's a call. Ralph with tech news ready for all. Coding workouts getting us toned. By sunrise we'll be in the zone. Grab your Java, sip the brew. Headlines, tech tips just for you. Editing lines, making it tight. With every keystroke we see the light. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Push those reps in lines of code. Script the future fast and bold. From headlines deep to bites so bright, we're your guide to morning mics. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coding flows, camaraderie grows. News unfolds and insight flows. Minute by minute, heartbeats pace. Come join us at the daily race. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing today? I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are Engineered to Win. This is the Coffee and Kata Morning Show. We are continuing to work on our large language models. Let me go ahead and put the lower third up so that we can know what exactly is the goal for today. All right, it will be, where is it? Where are you? There we go, right about here. Cool. So we are working on our large language models, learning AI. I was reading an article this morning about, I'm not sure who the guy is, but it's an investor. I've seen him before on some shows. I forgot what show, on a podcast. I forgot which podcast it was, but he was saying that it might be less necessary to learn how to code. But so we are going to explore that article at some point, not today, maybe on Sunday, maybe tomorrow night, or maybe I'll just do a pre-recorded video on that. I don't know yet, but we shall see. But there is a heavy push into learning more about AI and large language models, prompt engineering, things of that nature. So that is why we wake up early in the morning to work on this stuff. Okay. So quick announcements before we get into the show. We do have at noon, I don't know why we do have at noon Eastern time today, we're going to be having our software explorations. We're going to be talking about Kubernetes YAML files. I am going to schedule that as soon as this show is over. We are getting started a little bit earlier than normal because I do have a meeting today, a work meeting around 8:30 a.m. So I just wanted to, but we have to get this work done. So I started early in order for us to keep going. We're going to be going live tomorrow evening, working on We're going to be working on our ethical hacking. We haven't done that in a couple of weeks now because I was out of town, but I am back now. We're going to get right back into it. I have to see where we left off before. And, you know, I know we were working on scanning and stuff like that. I'm not sure if we're done with scanning yet. I will check. And we shall go from there. Anything else? You know, I mentioned it yesterday. We are going to... I'm going to be going live on Sunday night on my other channel, my jiu-jitsu channel. I'm going to be reviewing one of my teammates, one of my friends' matches, Henry, most likely, and unless he gets busy. But we are going to be going live, me and Justin and whoever else wants to join us, talking about different jiu-jitsu stuff, maybe reviewing different videos and stuff like that. So I'm going to drop the link for that in case you're interested in learning a little bit more about jiu-jitsu, see what we do, what we talk about, the thought process that's associated with it, all of that good stuff, okay? Anything else? I think that is everything. So we can get started with our show for today. Before we do that, though, let me check the chat real quick. And we have the one, the only, Rock the Scrubs Roxy in the building. Good morning, Roxy. How are you doing today? Hopefully you are having an hopefully you had an amazing night, and hopefully you are having an amazing morning and that your day is absolutely phenomenal. All right. With that being said, let's jump into the work for today. So when we left off on Monday, we got the streaming to work. So, and I found out that what we've been using in the course was a little bit older than you know, like it still works, but they have a new way, or there's OpenAI has an updated way to actually get this information, where instead of using like the completion stuff, we're using just input, and we're putting in the role and the content. One thing we do need to do is to add in the system prompt. But before we add, because we can always come back and add the system prompt, what I do want to do, I want to get this stuff working. I want to get the markdown working. I want to get the so what we have to do today, we have to get the markdown to display properly. We want to add in the system prompt, and we want to add parameters to switch between different LLMs. They said to use Llama, but Llama slows down my computer. So we're going to try with Gemini. So that way we can switch between Gemini or OpenAI. I'm not going to take the time to integrate Perplexity or Anthropic, because we did that we have that for our content creation workflow, which is more important than this little project, but we do want to get this project completed. Okay. So, let's start off with the markdown. Let's see all right, let's make sure that we have it imported. So, we have markdown, and display. So instead of print, so I'm going to come in over here, instead of print, I'm going to put in display, and then I think I'm doing this right. Markdown, is it like that? And let's see, capital M. I think it's like that. Let's go with that. And let's see if we run our function for I need help from GPT with the question that we're being passed in. What's our question? Our question is, where's our question? Oops. Where did they specify our question? Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know where they specified the question. I need help from GPT. It's probably up here somewhere that's looking all funny. Let me refresh this page. Let's reload. All right, there we go. So the question is, I don't know where they specified the question. All right, let's run this. Apparently the question is specified somewhere. Let's run this. Please explain what got an unexpected, oh, interesting. So with the stream, so this works on print, but not on markdown. All right, so let's get it. Where is the markdown though? Let's see. Let me delete this because this is, let's delete this cell. We have way too much stuff now. All right, so this is the old one. And I got, all right. Okay, so there goes the question. And let's see, where do I have this code? All right, so this is old. I need help for, all right, so I need help from GPT. All right, let's go here. Let's go here. All right, so let's make sure this, all right, so this is working. However, we need to, I have an idea. So we can say, let's say we do, instead of print, we can say, shoot. Or what if we take this out like that? We say display. 'Cause I'm not the most familiar with this markdown stuff, with this markdown library, but maybe if it doesn't take the end, let's see. Oh, nope. So that end is the, okay, so we have it streaming in markdown, but, okay. All right, so let's do some searching. Browser. And we say Python, display, markdown, GPT, or open AI streaming. Let's see how we can stream all right, there we go. Stream markdown text and images from assistant. Okay. So there goes the print. So yeah, all right. So we have the Python. So we have this already. We have the print, process a stream. We got that. Render markdown. Use a library like markdown to convert the stream text into HTML display. So text equals, okay. Render the accumulated text to HTML. If text, okay, full text plus minus, okay, so all right, so they have, I think we did this before, but so full text, and then they say to do if text plus or minus, or plus equal, so add on to the full text the text, and then HTML markdown, but that's a different markdown though. That is a different markdown than we have been using before. Let's see what this one says. All right, so let's go back. So what I was thinking about doing was saying, giving this a variable of text. So let's try to do equals. So we do that. And here, if we look at how they did it over here, they said that they would do, so text equals that, and then they would say, all right, so the only weirdness in that so we could say text equals, so if we're to do this, text equals event.delta, right? And then we were to say if text. So then they say in here, if text, then full text, and you add the text to it. Okay. Now they're printing out the text within there. So let's just do a print. Let's just do a print full text, just to see what happens. I just want to see how the format is going to come out. I think it's plus equal. All right. Syntax errors, of course. All right, do that. Oh, so that's not good. I wonder if I could stop it. Stop. Okay. Maybe this doesn't go. It kind of has to go inside the for. Maybe that gets outdented a little bit. Let me see. Nope. How does that markdown display is a little tricky. Let's see. Huh. Because when we do the print, if text, full text, get added to, and then full text keeps on building, which, I mean, it makes sense why that's happening. Render the accumulated text to HTML. Display or further process the HTML. HTML. Full text. You're adding that to the full text. But yeah, that's what it makes sense why it would keep showing over and over and over again. So, because even if we said this, right? And we said just print the text. Let's see what happens with that. So it does it each line on its own. But when you do it to the full text, it's going to be adding in, okay. But when you print out, because while it's in the for loop, it is not going to, because if I put it out of the for loop, so if I say this is outside of the for loop, then it's going to wait till everything is accumulated, and then it's going to print it out here. And it's not actually, like, it won't actually be streaming it within there, which is not what we want. Let's go back. Let's go back to so this we know it's going to stream. But let me see. What if we were to use display without markdown? I'm just trying a couple of different things here. So the display unexpected argument end. And if we take end off, so what we're going to do a search for what does the end parameter do on the print when printing. So display is going to do every word on its own. Okay, what does end parameter or argument do in Python print statement? The end argument in Python print function specifies what characters or strings should be printed at the end of the output by default. End is set to /n new line, which means that after printing given arguments, the cursor moves to the next. Oh, interesting. However, you can modify the argument to change this behavior. Oh, well, that I never knew that. That is really cool. And this is the thing, like a lot of times I think that's one of the limitations that a lot of people have is they will copy and paste code, because I did it myself. I was just using the end, but we don't actually look up to see what this stuff means. So we can change what the ending of a statement is by, instead of saying /n as a default, you say, all right, just keep it on the same line. Now, with that being said, how do we use that in Markdown? So this library is the ipython.display. Let's see if they have an end argument. The end argument in IPython display is not a direct parameter of the display function themselves, such as display HTML or image. Instead, it relates to how output is handled within IPython environment, particularly in the context of printing or displaying. So they do have an end tag. Output equals. All right, so when printing multiple items in a loop or sequence in a standard Python environment, the default behavior is to print each item on a new line. The end argument in the print function allows you to specify a different ending, because we know that. However, IPython display function does not directly expose an end argument in the same way. Instead of to control the output format when displaying multiple items within IPython display, several approaches can be used. The string concatenation or formatting. If the goal is to display multiple items on the same line, they can be combined into a single string before being passed to a display function like display or HTML. Let's talk. All right, I got you. Let's see. Display, but they have an end right here. Maybe that doesn't work. So for so HTML, so this is similar to what we're trying to do. HTML output. All right. Anyways, so okay. So for I in range of 3, HTML output plus equals, where are they getting this range of 3? If you need to modify the same output area repeatedly, you can use display with the display ID and then update it with the update display. Preserve parameter. When using display function, the metadata parameter can be configured to preserve the output, preventing it from being cleared by subsequent display cells. To do this, set meta. Why is there an end tag there, though? If it can't use the end tag, let's see. Because when we do it this way, it's going to do 1 each. If we look over here, it says for I in range. Okay, so they put the display over here, though. But I don't see how it's going to stream. We can try it. We can try taking it out of the for loop. I mean, I didn't try it before because I didn't think it would work. But if we say, you know what? It might have been, did I put the full text within? Or maybe I put the full text within the for loop. Good morning, Rod Brown. How is it going? Hopefully you are having an amazing, amazing day. Thank you so much for jumping on the show last night as well. That was a phenomenal conversation. So thank you so much. All right, let's continue with, so let's say we try that again. Full text equals, and we say, text equals, let's try that one more time. If text, then full text plus equals text. And if we were to take it out, let me see, print full, because I honestly don't think it's going to stream it, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Yep, it's not streaming it because it's not within the loop. Let's stop. Oh, no, it didn't stream it. It put everything together all at once, which is not what we want. But if I move this inside of the for, let's see if this full text is outside of the for, because I might have had it inside the for. I don't remember. Let me see. Yeah, you see, that's annoying. because we're having. I'm not sure. I am not sure at all. All right, so let's do a different search. Let's say OpenAI streaming Python display. Let's try that. How to stream and display responses from OpenAI. So we got that. So the print works perfectly fine. Let's say display and markdown. I am doing my best not to go back to day one. All right, so we have the print. If, so full reply, join, collected messages, HTML markdown 2. Interesting. So they're doing the markdown and the print. I don't know if that's gonna, we'll give it a try. I don't mind trying it. Let's say, but even with the printing of full text, I have an idea. So let's try, let's go back. Let's say, markdown, or what if we do this? What if we do this? What if we were to say markdown in here? Could I capture this one in there? Let's say we do that. Let's see what happens. Not exactly. Let me see. What is the error that we get? Print markdown. It's a directory. So what if we take out this? We just say that. I'm just trying different things here. Markdown or last attempt. So we need to have those together. And then once it gets here, something is a directory. This was going to be so easy if we didn't have to do the streaming part of it. Not working as we wanted to. Get it reverted back. Eventually, with enough research, we will figure this out, but maybe not today, which is perfectly fine. Let's see. So let's do IPython display OpenAI streaming. And I'm going to put this so that it must include the IPython display. All right, streaming using structured outputs. Let's see. I remember the full text thing. I just can't figure out how to. All right, let's think this through. So, if we were to do, I'm gonna try this again. The full text equals empty. How do we get it to display only the additions that are being made to it? All right. So if event type equals event.delta, response output delta, print event.delta, so we say text equals, 'cause I think we're along the right way for this. Right? And then I say print text just to test it out, all right? We have that. And it's going to be, okay, we have that. Let's stop it. So it's streaming that. Now, we wanted to say, do the addition of full text without printing every. Let's see. So what we want to happen here, we want to say print out full text. So we need to add the text to the full text, print full text, but only the new additions to it. So full text equals text, right? But if you do that, then every time you print out full text, it's going to print a new line with it, especially if it's in the for loop. No. I'm trying to reason this through. If full text how are you printing it? That's the thing I don't understand with their examples, right? Because when I'm looking at this, so in this one, they have it outside of the for loop. Well, that's not a streaming one. So within here, so if text, if chunks equals choices, and if text equals, and you passing in the value, if text exists, I guess, if there's something in text, full text plus the text. So you're adding this to this, and you're saying render the accumulated text to HTML. Display or further process HTML. HTML is markdown full text. I don't see how that would. Let's see. Let me see if I can glean from some of the stuff that they're doing here. Nope. Let's see here. Get marked. All right, so print the full text, but only the new additions. So if we're looking here, they did full text, render the accumulated text to HTML. I don't see it. Because if I do display markdown full text, it's just going to take us right back to where we were before. See? This is ridiculous. Stop. How do you say? So how do you? For event and stream. So what if we were to, what if we were just to do, just out of curiosity, if we do it this way, then we have a bunch of every single line, right? Can we say, so let's go back to, I feel like I'm searching for the same things over and over and over again. Python, IPython display. Same line. Display in the same line with IPython display. I was using something in Jupyter Notebooks, can't display two things in the same line with display. I know how to do it with print, which is the same situation I'm in. All right, let's see. So for your problem, you may use EQ. I never heard of that one. What in the world is that? It's an accepted answer, but... Oh, okay, wait, because that's the library that they're using, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to check a different answer. That one's kind of weird. How to display multiple objects without a new line. Display first line, second line. Okay. No, display cannot prevent new lines in part because there's no new lines to prevent. Each display object gets its own div to sit in, and these are arranged vertically. You may, what? Oh. Maybe a join? This also looks familiar. Let's see. I don't know. So, if we were to do I'm just trying anything right now. Holy crap, that's even worse. Let's do so join text. Nope. I don't even know why it shows up that way. We are stuck on this one. Let me see. I am not figuring this one out yet. Let's see.
The sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Let's see, Jupiter. Probably something super simple as well. I might spend some additional time researching this later on because this is not it is not working as expected. I can get it with print. I'm going to revert it back to print. I can get it with print. I just can't get it with the markdown display for some weird reason. Go back to here. Go back to here. Maybe I'll even just change the markdown library to something else. I don't know. Because I just need the markdown to get in there. Craziness. Anyways, whatever. I got to get out of here. We'll continue on Monday with this. Figure it out at some point. We just got to keep researching it and do what we got to do. All right. Anyways, that is it for today. I'm about to schedule the software explorations, going over Kubernetes YAML files, and then we're going to be live tomorrow night, and we'll go from there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Roxy, for tuning in. Thank you, Rod Brown. Thank you, all of my friends, for showing up. And if you watch this on Restream, if you know what I'm doing wrong, please leave me a comment, and I will use that so that we can keep moving forward, because this is annoying to get stuck on. I think if it wasn't for the streaming, we would be completely done. But the streaming part took us for a complete and utter loop, and now we're trying to figure that out, all right? But, it is what it is. That is how we are going to learn. But with that being said, I am out of here. See you guys at noon in the chat, and see you guys tomorrow night. With that being said, Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Sun's up, early caffeine's a call. Ralph with tech news ready for all. Coding workouts getting us toned. By sunrise we'll be in the zone. Grab your Java, sip the brew. Headlines, tech tips just for you. Editing lines, making it tight. With every keystroke we see the light. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Push those reps in lines of code. Script the future fast and bold. From headlines deep to bites so bright, we're your guide to morning mics. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coding flows, camaraderie grows, news unfolds and insight flows. Minute by minute, heartbeats pace. Come join us at the daily race. Coffee and CAA, wake up today, stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coffee and CAA, wake up today, stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind.